If you've got $20 in 20 minutes, you can make this wireless. I mean, not cordless, but wireless. Welcome to the Pokemon Squad. My name's John, and we're shining the light of Christ. One ride at a time. Today, guys, we are going to make our winch wireless. Now, there's actually it's kind of hard to see. I don't have a whole lot of light. Right here is a hookup for the winch. You plug in your cord and you push the button. There's no button up here for it. You can probably wire that in about the same way. But here it is. And so, who wants to do that? You get stuck. You got to dig this out, put that on, put this in free spool. Whenever you get it hooked up, come all the way back to that cord. I'm going to show you with this doohickey. Is this it? I don't think that's it. What is that? Some fasteners. Is it over here? Here it is. Here's all the remnants of our other projects. Probably need this too. All right. So for 20 bucks, you can get this on Amazon. There's a bunch of different kinds. I just got this one because it had a neat little key ring. Let's see if I can. The hardest part will be opening this up with one hand, which I've got a little bitty tripod on here. I don't know why I don't just use it. Let's be smart, folks. All right. So let's pull this out and see what we're working with here. We've got a wireless winch controller that we are going to hook up. And so you can see we've got our control box. Let go. Let go. Got our control box here. Got our wires. Don't worry, I'm going to show you how to hook it up to the Uforce 800 XL. Probably the exact same for most Uforce models. Maybe all of them. We got our remote here. You turn it on, and then you in and out. Looks like it's already got some batteries in it. And then this dude, you can put on your keychain. I don't know. Oh yeah, and it goes in and out. It's neat. You can kind of cover up the buttons. That's cool. That's why I got this one. I actually have one of these for my Jeep, and I love it. And it's really not hard to hook up at all. But I'll show you how to do all that. All right, so let's pop the hood, and we'll find where the winch is at. And it is right over here. Let's come around, get a better look. Previously, I hooked our radio up to this. I may relocate it to this bus bar that I just put on in another video. You can check that out. So we kind of just pull this back, and you can see we've got our winch solenoid here. Now, we'll hook up probably to the power, but there is one more, or two more technically connections we need to make, and I will show you how to do that. But red and black go here, and we've got two more, and I'll show you where to hook that up. So let's check it out. Okay, so on the back of this solenoid, I'll try my best to show you. There is a wire. It looks like one wire, but it's actually a little cable in a sheath. Sheath? How do you say that? And so we need to just kind of grab it and kind of feel, where it goes down into. And it just connects to the body, to this plastic. I know the camera's terrible showing you this, but it just hooks to the plastic there. We're going to pop it loose. It's like one of those little Christmas tree things, I believe. That way we have a little bit of a slack, because we need to, I know it, splice into those wires. Nobody likes splicing, but it's not that big a deal. I'll show you. Alright, so, like I said, I followed that wire from the back of the solenoid. It's kind of clamped with one of these to the frame or something. You gotta tug the mess out of that. And then you kind of get it freed up a little bit. Now I'm going to just kind of undo this so we can work with our wires a little bit better with a little more slack. And then I'll show you which wires to tap into. Yours probably won't have this because that's my radio. I'm probably going to move that over here just for convenience sake. But on our controller, these two are going to be black and red, and then we'll tap into these two, and I'll show you which ones as soon as I figure it out. All right, finally got that plug undone. Sometimes that's the hardest part of these projects, is getting these things apart. I just needed a little flathead screwdriver to kind of slide down in there to prime apart. I think I figured out where I'm going to mount this. Actually, I don't know what goes here from the factory. The holes actually line up, but I'm probably going to just put it right there and just drill me 2 little more screws. And I might put a piece of double-sided tape on there too, just in case. So now I'm going to just take some scissors. I'm just going to cut this back a little bit. That way we can actually get to some of these wires. Don't be scared. It's not too hard. Okay, so we'll be using the red and the black, and these little rings that come on them will be perfect to fit over here. But on the white and the yellow, we're actually going to snip the ends off. See if I can do that one hand. I do have these little braided lines, which is really nice, honestly. Makes it a little harder to cut through, but we got it. Okay, and then we'll just do that with the white one too, and then we'll strip it a little bit. Okay, so what I did, don't pay any attention to the white wire that has been spliced. I put the yellow wire coming off of this to that green wire, and then this white wire to that black wire. I know it's weird, it don't make sense, but that's what you need to do. You can clip them and trim them. What I do is I actually have one of these, and I just put it on that wire and just squeeze it, and it pulls just enough apart where you can wrap this around there. Now, I haven't done it great yet. I just kind of got them just hanging on there. I don't have anything hooked up permanently. But what I'll do, I will kind of make a space in between this wire. I'll kind of pretend this is the wire. I'll kind of make a space. I'll thread my new wire through that, wrap it around real tight, electrical tape it, and we should be good to go. I did test it, so let's go ahead and make sure. I've got the key on. Let's turn it on, and then just like that, it works. Okay, let me show you what I meant by that wire. I know it's hard to see. So I'm going to take these right here. I'm just going to put it on the wire. This is my wire that be on my harness, the one I want to keep. I don't want to cut it. And I'm just going to squeeze that. See how it kind of shows me that wire there? I'm going to just do it a couple times. And so now I've got exposed wire here. I would just take something like this, real easy, and maybe even take my hands and kind of just pull it apart a little bit. See, I got a little hole there. Use this to kind of, alright. And then I will take my wire I want to splice into it. Now, you could do all this probably without one of these little clippers, but man, I love these things. Just kind of braid it, and then I would just, and I hope the camera's getting this really good, feed it through like that, focus, and then I will just wrap it around really good. Now the best way is obviously just to solder these wires together. I don't have any solder or a soldering gun. I don't know what you could do to pull that apart. hopefully this diagram I made will help you, and you can pause it here if you need to. Okay, I've got it all electrical taped up. Unfortunately, all I had was dookie brown. I could not find my black. But I electrical taped each of the lines individually, and then all of them together, and then clipped it back in. I went ahead and plugged them black to red. So, and also I decided not to screw these in. I'm just going to zip tie it, clip these. I'll zip tie these wires together too, make it a little more professional. If you're wondering what this is your little remote wire. So, get that out the way. But that's all there is to it. So, not too bad. If you've got $20 and 20 minutes, you can do this yourself. I did go ahead and reroute that over there. I am going to go ahead, put a couple more zip ties on it, see if I can find my black electrical tape, and then I might show you the finished product. Okay, I did come back and kind of clean up my install a little bit. Got my zip ties clipped. I did reroute these wires underneath all of this and tucked that connection back down in there so you can see the dookie brown because I couldn't find my electrical tape. I didn't clip it back into the spot. I'm sure I could. It's just more effort than I want. It's not hurting my feelings where it's at. Just kind of take a peek in here. See, I've got all my stuff wired back in. And so once you do all that, it's always a good idea to, double check and make sure that it still works. I can't tell you how many times I've tried that. It all worked, and then all of a sudden it didn't. Alright, so let's see here. Nice. There's a slight delay, so just be expecting that. But there you go. Let's try the little one. Where did it go? That one was really cool. Let's go out just a bit. Oh, that's so neat. So now you can work the winch just from your keychain. That's cool. Alright guys, that's a wrap. Hopefully that helped you. It should take you about 20 minutes. Just depends on how nice you want it to look. I'll probably come back, maybe put a wire loom or something over those colorful wires so it looks a little more stock. But shoot, I love the functionality. You just can't beat that for 20 bucks. All right, guys, thank you so much. If this helped you at all, hit that like button for me so I'll know. And don't forget, Jesus loves you so much, he died for you, and all the honor and glory goes to God. Good night, good pools. God bless.